my name is Justin Lindner, and this is my field-based activity 4 for EDU 541 through the Franciscan University of Steubenville. I'm looking at Preposition 3, where teachers are responsible for managing and monitoring student learning. Also, Trend 7, the percentage of American children living in families with incomes below the poverty line has increased continuously. Nearly 1 in 5 children are poor today. I'm also looking at Activity 4, examining Maslow's hierarchy of needs and explaining how his concepts impact a student's ability to learn, as well as support the need for teachers to pay particular attention to these factors. Psychologist Abraham Maslow first introduced this concept of hierarchy of needs in 1943 through his paper, A Theory of Human Motivation. This hierarchy is most often displayed as a pyramid. The lowest levels of the pyramid are made up of the most basic needs, while the more complex needs are located at the top of the pyramid. Needs at the bottom of the pyramid are physical requirements, including the need for food, water, sleep, and warmth. Once these lower level needs have been met, people can move on to the next level of needs, which are for safety and security. As people progress up the pyramid, needs become increasingly psychological and social. Soon they need love, friendship, intimacy becomes important. Further up the pyramid, the need for personal esteem and feelings of accomplishment take priority. As you can tell, the 5 levels of the hierarchy are needs. Level 1, psychological needs. Level 2, security needs. Level 3, social needs. Level 4, esteem needs. And level 5, self-actualizing needs. The first part of my field-based activity 4 examines 2 different sources. The first source is self-esteem and academic achievement among adolescents. The main purpose of this research was to analyze what strategies were pursued in order to protect self-esteem when it was threatened by a negative self-evaluation of school competence. The participants were 838 secondary school students from the 7th to 9th grades. The results showed that there were significant differences between the self-esteem enjoyed by successful and unsuccessful students in 7th grade. Such differences disappeared in 8th through 9th grade. They also revealed successful related differences in domain-specific self-evaluation. They also found that students with low levels of academic achievement attribute less importance to school-related areas and reveal less favorable attitudes toward school. The key findings were that there is a significant difference between self-esteem in successful and unsuccessful students. That global self-evaluations represent characteristics of an individual by significant others. And the third one, that students with low levels of academic achievement attribute less importance to school-related areas. These students have way worse attitudes to school as well. The second article was Low-Income Families, a Closer Look at Poverty. In that article, Walker comments that poverty is defined as $20,650 a year for a family of 4. Children in low-income families were twice as likely to face moving in the past year compared to children in higher-income families. Most of these families' moves were to find higher-paying jobs. Families living in poverty level in the moment because survival is their top priority. Their energies are consumed with simply getting through each day and making sure that their food is on the table and the lights are on in the house. Families living in the middle class live in their eye to the future, where achievement is their top priority. To middle class families, education is crucial for financial success. To poverty families, though, education is abstract, but it's not considered a long-term reality. Children whose families live below poverty or with low levels of family income are less likely to participate in extracurricular activities and to be academically on track than children with higher levels of family income. Children living in poverty are also more likely to drop out of school and have trouble keeping jobs when they become adults. Schools must become the catalytic support system that transitions students from poverty to prosperity. Many children born in poverty are concentrated in struggling schools across the country. High-quality teachers and administrators and a systematic blend of most effective traditionalist and progressive ideas are needed to be a more effective school. As you look at some of the key findings from Walker, children in low-income families were twice as more likely to face moving in the past year. Children living in poverty are more likely to drop out of school. Many children born in poverty are concentrated in struggling schools across the country. And last, high-quality teachers and administrators have the ability to help catch up these students. Part 2 is my learning and insights from my field-based educator, Ms. Mara Fidelis. Through discussion with Ms. Fidelis, she told me to be aware of your students' needs, specifically safety concerns. Even in a cyber school like PA Cyber, you have to look at safety concerns for students. The second, to build self-esteem for students. Many times students in cyber charter schools have low self-esteem, and that's why they change from brick and mortar school to a cyber school at the beginning. So we have to make sure that we build the student's self-esteem. For example, when solving math problems, you have to make sure even if the student misses the question that you're encouraging them to continue to participate and work with other students so they continue to improve. The last insight that she gave me is students in poverty often need additional help because they don't have help at home. Oftentimes, Ms. Fidelis would tell me that she would stay after school additional hours just to make sure that those students knew exactly what to do, because certain times they might have had to gone home to watch their younger brother, younger sister, to be the parent of the family. After talking to Ms. Fidelis, we came up with 3 goals. The 3 goals for me were to provide a welcoming and safe environment for my students. If students do not feel welcome, specifically in poverty level, then they do not feel like they should participate, and they often slip between the cracks and fall behind. So we have to provide a welcoming and safe environment for those students so they are more eager to be in class, participate, do their assignments, and get through what they need to. The second one is to provide additional support for students. In my class, oftentimes tutoring hours are when students can't. They can't come to those tutoring hours. So what Ms. Fidelis and I came up with is an idea to create videos for those students. In those videos, students can access those videos at any time, even if I am not available at that exact moment. My final goal is to get to know my students, know their likes, know their dislikes, things that they like to do. That way, when creating PowerPoint slides, or even just discussing topics with them after class, they feel comfortable with me, which makes them have that more welcoming and safe environment as well. Thank you for watching my field-based activity 4. Here are my references. Have a great day.